I don't think we need to worry about jarring anything loose here this morning. So I don't need to dub in the clunk. Okay. Now, I did not come back to the model table last night. I started doing a rollback. It's very short, less than a minute. And it has to do with yesterday's sunrise, which I forgot to show you. It was kind of all right. Anyway, we'll get into that in a minute. We are not going to have a sunrise this morning. It's cloudy. No use even looking. Now, I'm going to talk about these a little bit. One of the viewers put up a video yesterday, and in it he mentioned how he got a pair of these for Father's Day or something like that. And I had commented back to him. I talked about these a little bit in my comment, and something happened to the video, and so he reposted it, and I just didn't have Mark. I'm sorry, I just didn't have time to re-comment in your video and put it all in again. So I'm just going to talk about them live here, you might say, and I'm going to explain what it is that I find I don't like about these, and why you hardly ever see me wearing them. They'll probably work out okay for you, but for me they're not working. But we'll get into that. In the meantime, let's just watch our very short rollback here, and then we'll get into today's episode. At the beginning of yesterday's episode, I was saying something about how we might have a sunrise to see. And I had the camera all set up and aimed over where it's supposed to be, more or less, or so I thought. But I had forgotten how much to the right the sun is rising now, and I almost missed it. In fact, it was pretty near out of sight by the time I noticed it. Oh my goodness, I better swing the camera to the right a little bit. Anyway, later on in the evening, I did get the sun set. Just a little bit of it. Anyway, sunrise, sunset, and so went the day. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the things I like. Well, I like the fact that you get the 1, 2, 1 on, so you get 5 different diopters going on here from mild to quite strong, and they are the plastic is quite clear. There's no problems going on there. There's not a whole lot of distortion or anything like that that's going to give you a headache. I really like that. Another thing that's kind of nice is it does have a light. Now, I haven't tried this for quite a while, but so the batteries might be dead, but I don't think so. And it is extremely bright. Yeah, it's still working. You can see that it actually helps. That's kind of nice, except I never used it. Now, now let's get into what I don't like about it. It's not comfortable. This hurts the bridge of my nose after about wearing it for 2 or 3 minutes. Now, what I did find was that if I take the batteries out and make it a little bit lighter, and I had mentioned this in my first comment to you on your first video, Mark, that if you take the batteries out and make it a little bit lighter, it's not so bad. But I like my old ones that I bought from Cellar Dweller many years ago, and anyway, enough about these things. I've actually seen at least 2 modelers wearing these, so they can't be all that bad, and the price was sure right. It seems to me that at least on Amazon at that time, I don't know what they are now, but they were under $30 Canadian. Okay, enough about these. Let's move on and see if we can get some more railing on here. And we're not done the railing. We got a ways to go. Now what I'm planning to do with the railing is I'm just going to do one side of the ship or video. And I'm not. I am going to do both sides. But I'm only going to video doing one side, and then I'm just going to go ahead and try and quickly get the other side done because, if you want to see the other side being done, just hold a mirror in front of your monitor and re-watch it because it'll be the same thing, only a mirror image. So, yeah. Okay, let's get going here. Okay, so we've done 5 yesterday. So 6 and 9, I think they'll be easy, but whenever I think that, it's usually the opposite, because it's just one little bend. And 6 and 10 are straight, so they should be fairly straightforward, you might say. However, I was just remembering that yesterday when I was previewing my video, I remembered that I had seen a bent railing here. And it is this one right here. Now, from my perspective, I can hardly see that that's bent. Now, I want to be careful that when I'm reaching across here, that I don't accidentally bend something else. Now, these are just loose in there. I can pull them out. Maybe that would be the smart thing to do here. Where's my other tweezers? Just pull it out and put it in a safe place for the time being. Okay, I'll zoom in a bit so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to try and come in here as gentle as I can. Now, I don't know if my plan was to just sort of squeeze it with these flat tweezers. I don't know, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe I should just hook in on it. I wonder how I did that. I'm glad I can edit out the dead spots. No, this isn't working as planned. I wonder if I was to go in like this and twist on it. You notice that the bottom of the railing is not glued down too well, and I'm afraid if I lift on it, no, I'm not. There we go. My holder downward is a little bit grungy. Now, am I going to just end up making it worse here? And it almost appears to be, okay, I see what's happening. The railing is not only bent down a little bit, it is bent back a little bit. Okay. And we've got another part right above it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of in the road. I might have to do this off camera here. Okay, I'm zoomed in a little bit differently here. And I'm starting to bump stuff. You know, I might be just better off leaving well enough alone here. Okay, I do believe I kind of straightened it out, but it still doesn't look right. It's, you know what? I'm just going to leave it because next time I'm using that paint, I'm going to just touch it up because I've scratched it now, and I can see bare photo etch glinting. Okay, I do think it's a little better. I'm just not happy about the way, right where it hooks onto the post, it's kind of, oh, I bent it back down again. I'm going to end up breaking it off. Metal fatigue is going to set in if I keep going back and forth and back and forth. Okay, let's just leave it, you know. You definitely can't see it from arm's length. Now, here is something that you do notice from arm's length. This is one of the extra ones. And you will notice here, well, let's get it the way you sort of see it. Okay. Now, you notice that gear thing that's underneath there that elevates the cage up and down. Well, it's when you're looking at it, because I didn't paint it. I should have painted those and I didn't. It just doesn't look right. It looks like a little bare piece of plastic, you know, and so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little brush and just sort of try and carefully just darken that so that it doesn't, you know, it shouldn't be too hard. They're all loose, just like this. All of the guns right now are just sitting on the deck, and they aren't glued in place. So I can just very easily lift them out. But this one, of course, was loose already. I mean, we never needed it. It was an extra one. It's the one that did not have any of the rockets on the inside. Or actually, were they rockets or were they? I think they were. I think they were shot out by a charge of some kind. Anyway, I'm sort of reminiscing here. Now, stop poking, Ron. Okay, we have done number 5. So the next one in line here is number 8. And it just has a bend right in the middle. Okay, we'll just get the one that's on the stern here first, or towards the stern. Okay, I'll swing the camera around and we'll get the other one now. Now you can see we've got a bit of a paint problem in the corner there. Oh, don't pump the pliers. I might have to move the camera here, I'm not sure. All right. Now the next one that we're going to want to do is number 9. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and bend it and stick it down. We won't be wasting a bunch of time here. But you know what? What do we got here? 2:25 in the afternoon. Some of you will have noticed that yesterday's video was a little bit late getting going. Well, it was because I left it too late and the video was so incredibly long. And I think I'm going to call it quits for this afternoon. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.